Objection!
And welcome back, everyone, to our Marvel Plus live reaction series of She-Hulk, titled
Legally Green.
And folks, the Queen has arrived! The Queen of Me! You will have no doubt about her clout.
Ill met by moonlight. Foul Titania.
Yes, we are finally gonna get an episode focused on Titania, because I don't understand how you just drop a villain like that, knock her out, and then she's gone for a few episodes. Like, that confused the hell out of me. And I guess they were trying to create suspense or something, or as I speculated, because she got hurt, she wasn't able to be involved in the way they wanted her to, but I don't know, it felt like a crime, because Jamila Jamil is an amazing actress.
You do not waste Jamila Jamil.
No, and I...
You do not forking waste Jamila Jamil.
Definitely not. She knows people. But I've been looking forward to her, seeing her as this villain, and it's going to be amazing, especially the way she's getting at her. It's not through force or any other means that we would normally think of. It's through trademarking. I gotta admit, that's a new one. And whether or not she's actually the person that had tried to get She-Hulk's blood from her, again, yet to be determined. That still could be the case. Or as I speculated, we could still have another bad guy waiting in the wing. And we're gonna find out in this very weirdly titled episode, titled
Mean, Green, and Straight poured into these jeans.
Whoever came up with that title should be fired.
I need to wash my mouth out.
Ugh. So, that being said, let's not delay any further, and let's see the Queen of Mean and play.
And it's Madison, with 2 N's and a Y, but it's not where you think. Wait a minute, I just realized, wasn't that the same guy that was in Miracle Workers?
It might have been, now that you mention it.
So I'm looking at that face and I'm like, I freaking know, I recognize him.
Strength is beauty. Beauty is strength. What makes you beautiful?
She, Beyonce.
She-Hulk by Titania. I am strength.
They actually have a makeup line called that. What kind of weird fucking brand is that for beauty products?
She's driving a green Prius.
You're listening to Pro Say.
Too long.
360's podcast.
Hey, Titaniacs, can't wait to see you all.
Titaniacs.
I'm making a killing selling these signed She-Hulk products. They love you. The people, they love the She-Hulk, right? So I need you to look down here.
You don't have permission to sell
What
those.
do you mean you're not signing these? I'm supporting your business venture.
No, this is not mine. It has nothing to do with me.
It's got your name, She-Hulk, right here on the
This
label.
is someone else. This woman, Titania, has trademarked my name.
Well, that's dumb. Why would you let her do that?
I didn't let her, Jen.
Huh, Jim.
Oh, his name's Chad, and he's a total Chad.
What works is whoever gets there first gets it.
She-Hulk by Titania.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Was this before or after her fight? So if she was in jail, like, how did she have the time to do
I
this?
know, right?
She's literally selling snake oil.
Isn't that shit in, like, was that movie Holes or something?
Oil, beauty tonic. How are these not all exactly the same thing? Are you kidding me? They're completely different.
So she's literally selling snake oil?
So you're not Anthony Shield?
No, I don't care.
Okay, so you're totally over it. Yeah, like the most over it.
Sure you are.
You're crushing your stapler.
Dish me stapler.
Charge your family.
I mean, just change your name, honestly. Like, She-Hulk's a bad name anyway. I hate to say it.
I need a favor.
Oh, well, you know my price. Return favor. Both interest.
Done.
Okay.
Will you stand in line with me waiting for a sneaker drop? The Iron Man 3s are coming out. They're limited to 1 pair per cousin.
What?
Why do you need 2 pairs?
One to rock and one to stock.
The
So you
God.
tell me that you collect shoes to look at that you're never gonna wear? I respect that.
It's funny because women in my office say that men don't collect shoes. I'm like, bullshit.
You
Guys
ever
would-
seen like a rapper's closet?
I know guys who drop thousands of dollars on a pair of Nikes.
Someone who could do custom clothing for, say, superhuman sized person.
I just wanted to thank all of my beloved Titaniacs for helping me
I really am.
No, you're not.
And I'm fine. I am totally fine.
Lonzo says that it's a front for a superhero clothing business.
Superhero clothing business.
So this is like black market, like clothing. I guess they would have to pay huge royalties to Tony Stark's like company and everything if they did.
I was also thinking like Incredible, or Invincible, excuse me.
Oh yeah, like the
Yeah.
black market like costume designer or something.
Yeah.
He does things on the down low.
Yeah.
Was that Chinese? I'm not Chinese.
I would have said we're not cops. Chinese. I feel so much shame.
Yeah, that was on you.
Maybe backroom situation.
You know, you get kidnapped and harvested for organs or something.
This kind of hustle.
Okay. What do you need? Got everything. America Shield, Thor hammer.
This is.
Oh, Vongers. Oh my god, these are the ugliest bootlegs ever.
Question. If you're not the guy, then do you know who the guy is? He won't meet with you. He's very exclusive.
Okay. So you do know the guy?
We had to
For an extra.
Okay, fine. I'll buy one of your Bonders t-shirts.
And a matching hat.
Yes, of course. I want it completely ensemble.
God. You know you don't have to wear them.
Hi. I wanted to talk to you about making clothing for my client.
Well,
Titania referred me.
I thought shrug. Rejected.
you are just the same guy and he's fucking with them.
Actually, my client is an Avenger.
She's one of the top tier ones, sir.
Yes.
15-minute consultation. My assistant will set up the appointment. I can still see you.
Don't get so excited. You're bargaining for clothes. Seriously, you can go to a con and probably get better shit.
Is everything all right, sir?
No.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
I passed a billboard on Santa Monica Boulevard today advertising a She-Hulk Booty Boost smoothie.
So
Wow.
that's not actually me. Everyone in the media just started calling me that, but now this incredibly awful, slightly superpowered woman, Titania.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you because none of that's my concern.
You sure?
Oh, okay.
GLK and H made She-Hulk the face of our superhuman law division, and now we find ourselves in the middle of a frivolous lawsuit.
So.
I am going to fix this, sir.
No.
Well, I'm surprised and relieved you aren't foolish enough to try
In a way, Titania is basically the cause of all this.
Yeah.
I'm taking this on as a professional courtesy, but moving forward, we are not colleagues. I'm the attorney, you're the client, because that's the only way this can work. Why didn't you trademark your own pseudonym? I never even thought about it. Why would I? Did Doctor Strange have to trademark his name? Did Thor? You chose two examples of people who use their real names.
There's that, yeah.
We need to show strength, countersue. Establish you were using the name She-Hulk in a professional capacity before the trademark date, and Titania is profiting off name recognition already established in the marketplace. But if you're going to be my client, you need to dress like you respect yourself and not like a football player pleading no contest to DUI. Nikki? Yeah. Wasn't lurking, I was close by. I got your consultation with the guy who makes clothing for superheroes. No, I don't think
Oh, God.
you did.
Great. And on one hand, at least she gets a professional outfit, but.
All rise. Court is now in session.
The defendant is exploiting goodwill towards my client and her better-known cousin in order to sell her non-FDA approved sham.
Ooh.
Shots fired.
For summary judgment and order our requested remedies.
Sham? Why don't you try telling that to the thousands of testimonials from my fans who have had nothing but amazing results with my exclusive line of She-Hulk foot exfoliants, which I just so happen to have a little sample of and offer into evidence. Thank you.
How is that relevant?
Will you please stay on track here?
Your Honor,
Thank
what my client is trying to say.
My name never has been and never will be She-Hulk. It's
Great.
lazy, it's reductive, and it's straight up garbage.
I mean, she's right, but.
Actually, yes. We have one more clip to show.
It's a nice gesture to make in court.
Mm-hmm.
Appointment for She-Hulk?
By the way, they told me you're an Avenger.
What?
Yeah, that's gonna go over well.
Oh my God.
Mm.
Is the HAD convention in town?
Is that RuPaul?
Jennifer Walters.
Never heard of you. My client list is very exclusive. We
Because my work is impeccable.
Well, like I told you before,
That
she
hair.
was going to be one of the Avengers.
You said she was one.
It hasn't been announced yet because they're still working the deal and stuff, but basically she's an Avenger. The Hulk is her cousin.
Is this really necessary? I just want you to make me a new suit.
Okay, what kind of superheroing do you do? Do you need built-in weaponry, waterproofing, fire resistance?
Oh, no, I don't actually.
It's basically Edna
I just
mode.
need a business suit.
Everything I make stands up to the highest combat standards. I don't make basic shit.
Yeah, I don't really need any of that. I'm a lawyer.
Hey, way to sell yourself.
This is a waste of my time and my talents. Please get out.
Okay, but she needs a suit that's going to fit her both as Jen and as She-Hulk. Something that would require a lot of time. Can you go ahead and show?
It's basically needs a stretchy suit, the same way Elastigirl has.
Oh no.
Him again.
Oh no.
I know her.
Todd, right?
She-Hulk? I didn't know you worked here.
Yeah. Are you a client or?
I am. I'm one of the biggest. Just had a meeting with my favorite lady lawyer.
No touching.
Yeah, we should reconnect soon.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Yeah, drinks on me.
Okay.
God.
He for sure is telling all his friends, like, yo, bro, went on a date with She-Hulk. Oh my god. What? You went on a date with She-Hulk?
Mm-hmm.
Because I made a dating profile as She-Hulk and went on several dates as She-Hulk, showing a clear pattern of using the name. Every single one of those dates is a corroborating witness. This
Oh, you have to talk to all of them.
By parading all the questionable men that you dated in front of a courtroom.
Yeah, that's gonna look good on you.
Yeah.
It's not gonna look good, but
If that's the only way to win this.
technically
Did
helps.
in fact self-identify with the moniker She-Hulk well before Titanium filed for the trademark.
My client used She-Hulk, not as a name to exploit in order to sell product, but as a genuine part of her identity. As you can
Ooh,
see in
here we
the
go.
About Me section, my client wrote, and I quote, "Mean, green, and straight poured into these G's."
Roll credits.
And to answer
So
the question,
that's where that
what
came
would you look
from.
for in a partner, my client
Okay,
wrote,
that is cringe.
"A sturdy back and reinforced king-size bed. JK, JK, JK."
She seriously wrote that.
Ugh.
Oh my god. Jesus, Jen, no wonder you got so many fucking creeps.
Yeah, she's like, it's me, the real She-Hulk. She confided in me that she was initially embarrassed by the name She-Hulk. But then she embraced it. You know, that's the beautiful part. I guess, I don't know, I'm the kind of guy a woman can really open up to.
So you would say you really connected with She-Hulk?
She-Hulk and I had an intense connection.
You're the only one who made it to second base.
She battled demons. Come on.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have gone on the date if She-Hulk had instead presented as Jennifer Walters?
Ugh.
No,
Yeah, that's.
she's not really my type. But She-Hulk, She-Hulk's incredible. She's amazing.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, it's shallow,
It's
but
shallow,
at least
but he's
yeah,
honest.
it's consistent with what he did.
Mhm.
You know.
In favor of Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk. Titania and her subsidiaries will cease usage of the She-Hulk name effective immediately. All current products on the market must be recalled.
Have fun with that.
This is over here.
Hey, Titania.
What?
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Oh my god.
Fine. Goodbye, me. Let's go.
I hope he feels bad about that. I know he was being honest, but still, that's a shitty thing to say about someone. It's like, oh, I liked her for who she presented herself as, not for who she truly is.
You need to schedule several sessions of therapy, but
True that.
You can do better. You deserve better.
That's a nice thing to say, at least.
Can I buy you a drink to say thanks? Sure. Here you go. Think about everything that She-Hulk brings to the table, and those guys were my best option. You can have literal superpowers, and some guy with an internet connection will still think he can do better. Oh my guys, the things we put up with. I am so happy we're friends now.
That's pushing it a bit.
What? Did I just say that? I thought you were getting better clothes.
And she's back back into bitch mode.
Man, my clothes. Here, try this. Thank you. Ooh, I like it.
Of course you do, because I'm a genius.
Wonder how much all this
I
costs.
hope that I'll really have an occasion.
Just say thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Tinsley, does client confidentiality mean nothing to you?
Is that Daredevil? So it designs Daredevil shit too? Okay, so that didn't go quite in the direction I thought. Titania's a little different than how I pictured her. I mean, she almost got her on illegal grounds, so that's something. It took a real desperate measure for Jen just to retain the rights of the name. I see he got his shoes.
Shoes.
Oh my god, shoes. No post-credit scene for once.
I guess since we just got basically that teaser.
Yeah, leave off speculating on that, I guess. Bit underwhelming, but at least they set up their rivalry proper. I have so many questions, though. So, like, wasn't Titania in jail or on trial or something? Wouldn't she have gotten arrested for busting in, breaking up court with her minions? And now suddenly she's at her gala promoting her beauty products and stuff and is able to carry out both the trademark and this legal case against her?
I guess either she served her time or she got bailed out.
I guess. It's hard to tell how much time has passed since then.
Enough time where she's able to roll out a whole bunch of products for certain.
Yeah, I mean, then again, it's basically snake oil products. You can just slap a name,
True,
any old name
but
on any old bottle.
It still takes some time to
Yeah, I
produce
know.
that much.
I don't know. I just wish that they would have said how long it's been and everything. I know at least a week or so has gone by, but I just figured this all would have taken a lot more time. Man, they really dragged Jen through the mud in this episode. I feel so bad. Because first she had a series of bad dates, then one promising good date that ended up leaving her high and dry. Then she gets sued. Then she has to admit that she wants the name She-Hulk, even though she didn't want it in the first place. And then she has to parade out all these guys to basically vouch for her authenticity while at the same time they slander her. And she embarrasses herself by ways of her dating profile. Seriously, some of the stuff she wrote on that was just pure cringe. Forget the whole twerking thing. That whole profile was peak cringe. I know she probably doesn't date that much, and she was probably just going for what she thought people were looking for, but Jesus.
You might want to take some time to love yourself. Or maybe they were putting that out that she might be bi.
I kind of got that vibe of it when she was willing to go out with her lawyer for a drink and she hooked on real quick and she immediately declared them friends even though she said only a few nice things to her. And then once she's oh, friends. I didn't say that. Back to bitch mode, I guess. Honestly speaking, you shouldn't be friends with your lawyer. Because it's a whole professional courtesy thing. The same way you wouldn't be friends with your doctor.
Plus which they're technically co-workers.
From what I heard, they also have a rivalry going in the comics and whatnot. Because, they're both lawyers and obviously Jen's going to get more promotion because of who she is. So that kind of casts a cloud over her job. So I can sort of understand the resentment there. And you can kind of tell that she was a bit bitter about the whole thing, having to represent her. I mean, she still did her job and she did a good job at that. Just you can tell that this is probably one of the last things she wanted to do.
Also, the fact that her boss is who is this Titania and why should I care? This has nothing to do with it. It kind of has everything to do with it. It's kind of the whole reason that Jennifer is there working for you right now. Granted, she wasn't professionally using the name She-Hulk, but I think you'd kind of want to protect the brand, especially given that you want to parade Jennifer Walters in her superhero form.
It's just more oh, there's a problem, fix it. That's pretty much what the whole thing was. He didn't care how it came about or why, just that, oh, something happened. Yeah, just get it over and done with and back to business as usual. That's pretty much the extent of that. He wanted no personal involvement whatsoever. It's all about just protecting their brand. And again, why would Titania want to just call it She-Hulk? I know that it's the popular buzzword name at the moment, but like Jen said, it's an awful name, especially for a beauty product. It's oh yeah, I got this bottle of She-Hulk. Yeah, that sounds really appealing. Are you kidding me?
I guess it's to make them feel beautiful and strong.
I guess if that's what they're going for here, but the media's been slamming her left and right and stuff. They're not even really promoting her as like a beautiful, strong, independent woman or anything. They're just treating her like a sideshow.
Yeah, and then look at freaking Titania marketing it, so clearly it can be swayed.
I guess so.
It can be changed.
That being said, I really did like her outfits and her makeup. I thought that was very well done, and definitely gives her like the glitz and glam of the name. I didn't really care for her Valley Girl accent too much, but then again, I don't really like the whole Valley Girl accent in general.
It could
Like,
just be that's a
I know that's
facade
her,
she's
I know it's
putting
just her
out.
persona
Yeah.
and stuff, and it kind of
Yeah.
goes with the whole fact that she's a clout chaser and whatever. But even then,
That might just be her public appearance voice.
True. It's also probably because I've heard Jamila Jamil's real voice, and I prefer that so much more than what she's putting on. Honestly, I hate it when actors who have such naturally beautiful voices and accents have to cover it, either to present themselves as American or if they're playing like a character with a very distinct accent. It's like Benedict Cumberbatch. You hear him in Sherlock, and he has such a beautiful British accent. But most of the time when you see him, he just puts on his American accent or some version of an American accent. And it's like, it's okay, but have you heard him talk in real life? Come on.
I mean, on the one hand, yeah, there is that, but on the other hand, it can be impressive when they do this entirely different voice that doesn't sound the least bit like them, and you almost don't even recognize, like, especially if they're doing a voiceover or something.
Oh, no, I'm not saying I'm not impressed with it. I
Yeah.
certainly am. I mean, friggin' what's his name from House?
Yeah, Hugh
Like,
Laurie.
Yeah, Hugh Laurie. You hear him in his early days with his Cockney accent. It sounds nothing like his accent at House, like his straight up American accent. I find that impressive. The same way I do with all voice actors who have a normally distinctive accent, but they can change it on a dime. I mean, heck, even half the British people they make American in the MCU. I find it impressive they're able to maintain those accents.
But hell, we've also heard Jamila Jamil do different voices in a previous series that we've been talking about.
I know.
That we've heavily been talking about.
No, I know that, and I don't have a problem with it. I'm glad she's able to have such a range. I'm just saying it's such a shame, given how she has a naturally beautiful voice, and I just like to hear it more. But I mean, hopefully we'll see more of her in the future soon. Because I'm hoping this wasn't just it, because that would be a big waste.
No, I'm sure there's going to be much more.
Yeah, because we didn't even see her exercise her powers or anything. Aside from that one fight scene, that was it. Because all we saw her was just her presentation. And granted, she had a good presentation, but I felt like they just could have done more with that.
I mean, we've still got 4 more episodes, so anything can happen. They better not waste her. That, or if this gets a season 2.
Also, did you see who played the costume designer?
I did not get to see the cast list there, but I don't think it was who you think it is.
Yeah, I don't think it was RuPaul. Once I actually heard him speak, I'm like, no, that's not
Once
RuPaul.
I got a better look at him,
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
That's definitely not RuPaul. I do find it interesting that they're finally bringing a professional costumer into the mix. Because how many heroes have we had so far, and yet we've never had a character like that yet? It's fucking Incredibles did that before any of the MC movies did that.
Well, keep in mind, the superhero, at least in this universe, it's only been going for a few years thus far, about 10 years. And it's possible that this superhero fashion industry has emerged in that time. It's just this is the first we're finally seeing it.
I mean, I know some of the heroes don't need it per se. I mean, Tony made his suits, and Moon Knight could summon it from himself, and the others have different ways, of going about it. Some don't even really have costumes. It's just whatever outfit they happen to show up in, I guess.
But I mean, let's face it, it's kind of a niche market. I mean, it's growing for certain, but you gotta figure it probably took a while for getting a clothing designer who could cater to superpowered beings.
I'm saying they should have their own Edna Mode by this point. And I'm glad that they have it in this person. I kind of wish they weren't the typical snobby designer.
I mean, you kind of need that kind of person with the outside the box, very eccentric thinking to be a superhero fashion designer.
Oh yeah, I know, and I know it's like a big moniker to be snobby in the fashion industry.
Yeah.
At the same time, you think they'd want to treat their clients better, given these are very niche clients. And it's just weird to me that it's underground, because I mean, heroes are pretty much out in the open at this point. You think you'd want to, if anything, market yourself more.
I mean, I think you want to give yourself a little exclusivity.
Well, I know that so they don't accidentally give gear to like
Yeah.
a supervillain or something like that.
You want to be a little picky with your clients in this instance.
Alright, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, the fact that they had to go through all that, and then she had to pull the whole Avenger card, and then even then he's still not respecting her. It's like, you have someone with Hulk powers. Like, just roll with it. Come on. And if they're paying you money, why the fuck not? I mean, they gotta be paying them. Who really does this like for free? Who can afford to do this for free?
I mean, let's also take in the fact that when she starts wearing these in public, it does become advertising.
Yeah.
And there's no better advertising than word of mouth.
Yeah, true that.
Or, actually seeing the thing in public versus just some commercial on the TV, radio, movie theater just bombarding you and becoming white noise.
Yeah.
Or, that YouTube ad, whatever. It's like, no, you want to see that stuff in action. That is the best way to advertise.
True, and I mean, we're definitely going to see it. I mean, I've already seen previews of her outfit, so they're definitely going to be showing up soon. And hopefully they'll be like a lot more practical than other outfits I've seen so far. But in this case, at least you see that with Jen, it actually caters to her body type and can theoretically shrink and grow with her. Seriously, like, Bruce got to get himself some of that shit. So he can stop wearing these freaking stretchy, like, sweatpants. I know that's his thing, but still. Well, with that said, going forward, I feel like the next one we're going to get the big reveal of Daredevil. I mean, they've already hinted at it heavily. We've already seen in the trailers hinting at it. So, if not the next episode, definitely the one after that. So that we can finally merge Daredevil into the official MCU like he should have been from the beginning.
Well, I mean, technically it's already happened, but now this will really hammer it in.
I do wonder if they'll theoretically try to make the two a couple. I mean, they've been like focusing on her dating life a lot, and it's clear that she's dealing with a lot of scumbags. But then you have friggin' Matt Murdock, who is blind, who won't be put off by her as human or She-Hulk. So, theoretically? But then again, his dating life hasn't exactly been the best either. Who knows? We'll see, I guess. So until next time, when we see She-Hulk theoretically meet Daredevil, I'm Kat McBerry.
I'm Doug McBerry.
And never use that tagline in your dating profile. Like I said, cringe. Peak cringe. Worse than twerking cringe. Just, the cringe. Ugh.